Hey guys, welcome to Riding with Crystal. Hey, can you do me a big favor? Go hit the subscribe button for me. I'm trying to build my channel and it would help me immensely. Thank you. Do you have an old leather jacket that you just love, but it's starting to look worn? Today, we're going to figure out how to make it look a lot better, okay? I do leather work, I make leather products, I do all kinds of stuff. I make leather bags and billfolds, all kinds of that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to show you how today to make a vintage older jacket look great. You know, and a lot of you don't want to go out and buy a new jacket. You love your jacket that you've had for years, and leather jackets can be so expensive. So today, let's work on it. One easy trick that I'm going to show you, and it doesn't take that long. Bring it back to life, guys. Bring that leather jacket back to life. Let's do it. Okay, so this is the leather jacket we're going to work on today, all right? And as you can see, it's got areas that are worn. I got this off eBay. It was very reasonably priced. It's all leather. I love the styling of this. So if you look close, I have worked on one section right here, but you can see how it's all worn and kind of faded in areas. And if you want the vintage look, that's good, but this is going to bring it back to life. The leather is going to be much softer. It's going to look great. So let's go and work on this. All right, well, let's get started on this right now. You can see that I already did this part here. It looks much blacker and shinier, and it's more soft. This is the older part. You can just see the white through the black leather a little bit. It's not super bad, but you can see the fading, you know, how it's weathered right through here. Okay, so you're only going to need two things to do this with. Paper towels or a soft cloth, whichever one you prefer, okay? And this is the mink oil paste. This is what I use. It's by Febing, okay? I do a lot of leather work, so this is really good stuff. So anyway, this is waterproof and it conditions, okay? What I do is I just use my finger. I don't use the liquid. I use the paste. It's much thicker. I use my finger. I mean, the mink oil is good for your skin too, okay? So what I do is just take a little bit, and you could use a rubber glove for this if you wanted, and you just want to just start working it in. And you can see the shine already coming through, all right? So you're just going to work it, and be careful not to get it on the white, and just start working it. See how that looks nice? Okay? And then just a little at a time is all you want to do with this mink oil paste. It's very quick, goes on easy. Don't go being heavy-handed with it, okay? You don't want to saturate it. You just want to use just a little at a time, okay? And just go up and down. It's mink oil paste. That's all it is. Kind of get toward the edges and just rub it and work it in. See how pretty that's looking now? Okay. All that white, that weathered kind of look is leaving now. I mean, and if you like that, that's fine too, okay? You know, some people like that really weathered vintage look, okay? So I'm just going to work that in, okay? See how nicely that's looking? Ooh, it's kind of a glob. That's kind of what you don't want to do. So I'm going to bring that over this side. And then I'm just going to kind of work here, okay? And you see where this embroidery is? I'm just going over that very lightly. I don't really want to get it on that pink lettering, okay? So I'm just kind of working it a little bit around those letters. That's exactly what you want to do right there, okay? So then I'm just going to work it through here and work it some more. Okay, and you see this little leather piece that's on the zipper? See how that's got the weathered look too to both sides of it? So I'll just apply a little bit on there too. It's not going to hurt it at all. It's going to help it. It's going to keep that leather nice. Okay, so you can see how that looks. And I'm just going to let that sit on there for a few minutes. And then I'm just going to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe a little of that off. Okay? But you can see the difference in that, how much better that looks. You know, if you miss a spot, just go back over it again. Just use your finger and go up and down, up and down. All right. So we got that on. Let's try another part, okay? Move that over there for a second. Okay. All right. If you look at the sleeve, you can see how weathered that looks, okay? I hope you can see how weathered that looks, okay? This side particularly. So you know what? Let's start on this side. This really looks a lot weathered, as you can see right there, okay? So let's take our mink oil paste, just get a little bit, like I said, a little bit at a time, and just start working that in, okay? A little bit more. You just want to apply it nice and even. And this is just going to make it shine. It's going to make it pretty. Pretty, huh? Harley jacket is going to look pretty. That's okay. It does. I'm not afraid to use the P word, okay? All right. Just start working it in, working it in. Can you see how it already is starting to look so much better, okay? So I'll take a little more, and we're just going to work that in and just let that sit there, okay? All right. All right, I hope you can see the difference. Going to get by the edges here, too. I'm not going to get it on the white or that pink striping, okay? So you can see how much better that looks already, okay? All right, so I'm just going to take my paper towel, and then this part over here that we already did, I'm just going to go kind of wipe some of that off lightly. That's all you have to do. Okay, and see, just a little bit coming off. You don't want to waste it, you don't want to use too much, but you can see how much better that looks. It just looks much better. Okay, so this part over here, I'm just going to wipe that off very gently, just like that, okay? All right, see the difference? Here, let's do this. I'm going to open this up a little bit and change the position of this so you can see this better. Okay, let's look at this part. This is the part by the seam that looks very weathered, okay? You can see this jacket has been used a lot. All right, so let's take our mink oil, again, a small amount, and we're just going to start working it in here, okay? We're just going to work it. Spread that little glob around that I put on there. All right, and you can see how this is kind of white in the black. We'll just put some right there, work that around, get that in that area. And you can see how that just brings it so much back to life. When I make leather products, this is what I use. It just keeps it nice and soft and beautiful. Gives it a little bit of sheen, you know. Like right now you might think, oh, it's too shiny, but it won't be. Because you're going to let that soak in for a few minutes here. Okay. All right. And then I'm just going to go back over it again. Wipe the excess off with this paper towel. Yep, sometimes you got to go back over and work it into that seam area. Okay, so can you see how much better that looks? It looks so much better. Right here, I've kind of missed a little bit, so I'm going to go back over that in that seam and just kind of work that in there. And that will give it some gloss. Okay, can you see how much better that looks? All right, let's see if I can get this one back here that I haven't done and compare it to this one that I did. I hope you can see this, okay? So this is the one that's not been done, okay? This is the one that I did. Brings it back to life and it looks beautiful. Well, I hope this video helped you a little bit. If it did, remember, subscribe. And thanks for riding with Crystal.